Welcome student to the class of veterinary biochemistry. In today's class we will discuss DNA biosynthesis. Okay, so DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a micromolecule that carry genetic information from generation to generation. DNA is made up of 4 nucleotides: adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine. This DNA also called as reserve bank of genetic information. The little quantity of DNA stored information that determine the differentiation and function of adult animal. Means whatever the information stored in DNA, it is responsible for the physical differentiation and function of adult animal. The information is flow from DNA to RNA, means DNA is converted into RNA, and from RNA we get the protein, which is called central dogma of life. As a carrier of genetic information, DNA must be replicated and it must be maintained, means there should be not damage to DNA, and passed down accurately to daughter cell. Means whenever there is a replication of DNA takes place, that DNA replication should be maintained from parent DNA. Also, when there is a cell cycle takes place, when new cells are synthesis, that DNA must be passed accurately to that new cells. So this function is based on 3R of DNA called replication, recombination and repair. So first we will see DNA replication. So DNA replication means it is a process in which DNA copy itself, means from DNA another DNA is produced which is identical, called daughter molecule of DNA. Replication is carried out with high fidelity, which is essential for the survival of species. Means replication is carried out so accurately that the newly synthesized DNA is copy of parent DNA, which is essential for the survival of that particular species in which replication takes place. First is replication in prokaryotes. The parent DNA has two DNA strands which are complementary to each other. This is we know. Okay, so both the strands undergo simultaneous replication to produce two DNA molecule, from one DNA molecule to two DNA molecule. Out of this double-stranded DNA which is synthesized, is one half is obtained from parental DNA and one strand is newly synthesized called daughter DNA. So this type of replication is called semi-conservative replication, in which one newly synthesized strand and another is old one DNA strand. This type of replication is known as semi-conservative DNA replication. And the first evidence for semi-conservative replication was provided by Michelson and Stahl in 1958. In replication, first is the replication is subdivided into three: initiation, elongation and termination. So first is initiation of replication. The initiation of DNA synthesis occur at the site called origin of replication. Means DNA replication is start at the site which is called origin of replication. In prokaryote there is only one site called origin of replication, because the DNA of eukaryote is small in size, whereas in eukaryote there are number of site of origin, because the size of DNA in eukaryote is large. The origin of replication consists of short sequence of 80 base pair. So the site in DNA where a replication is start, that site contain number of 80 base pair, because low energy is required to break the hydrogen bond between adenine and thymine. That's why when that adenine and thymine base pair hydrogen bond broken down, a specific protein called DNA A binds with the site of that origin of replication, and this caused the separation of double-stranded DNA to form bubble-like structure. Means this DNA A protein bind at the AT base pair and help in the separation of small region of DNA to form bubble-like structure. The two strands of DNA separate at the site of replication to form bubble. The number of replication bubble formed in eukaryotic DNA molecule because there are number of origin of replications. So here we see this is the double-stranded DNA in which there is a origin of replication site where number of AT base pairs are available. Then DNA A protein is bind to that origin of replication site and separate the AT base pair to form bubble-like structure. Then DNA B, also called helicase enzyme, and DNA C protein, which help in the loading of DNA B to this bubble, and the function of helicase is to separate the DNA strand into form one to another. Means that whatever the bubble is formed, it will increase that bubble. Okay. Then DNA polymerase 3 will bind here, and replication elongation of DNA synthesis will take place. Then RNA primer. For the synthesis of new DNA, short fragment of RNA is required as a primer. The enzyme primase, also called RNA polymerase, along with single-stranded DNA binding protein, form a complex called primosome. Means primase and single-stranded DNA binding protein form a primosome, which is bind to that bubble. Then RNA primer first will add some RNA nucleotide, then DNA polymerase will bind it and add the deoxyribonucleotide. The constant synthesis and supply of RNA primer occur at lagging strand of DNA. In contrast, the leading strand is almost having single RNA primer. Okay, so when DNA synthesis takes place or replication takes place, there are two strands. One is leading strand and another is lagging strand. So in leading strand there is only one RNA primer is required, whereas in lagging strand there is a discontinuous synthesis of DNA takes place where number of RNA primer are required to synthesize short fragment of DNA. Okay. The replication of DNA occur in 5' to 3' direction in both the DNA strand, means leading strand and lagging strand. On leading strand, also called continuous strand, DNA synthesis occur in continuous form, whereas in lagging strand DNA synthesis occur in discontinuous form. That's why number of RNA primers are required. Short piece of DNA are produced on the lagging strand because small DNA fragment are produced at the lagging strand. That's why number of RNA primer are required. In replication bubble, DNA synthesis occur in bidirectional form from point of origin. So here we explain. Okay, this is double-stranded DNA, so it gets separated. Okay, one strand is synthesized toward the replication fork. Means here unwinding takes place. So here one DNA strand is synthesized along the replication fork. It is called leading strand, whereas one DNA synthesis occur in opposite direction away from the replication fork, called lagging strand. In lagging strand DNA synthesis is discontinuous, so that number of RNA primers are required to synthesize lagging strand. Whereas in leading strand only one RNA primer will bind here, then DNA polymerase will bind and it will extend. Whereas in lagging strand at number of places RNA primer will bind. Okay, then DNA polymerase will bind here and extend up to this. Then this RNA primer here, it will extend up to this. This RNA primer will extend up to this. Likewise, then this RNA primer will be removed and again DNA polymerase 1 will seal that space of RNA primer with deoxyribonucleotide. So replication fork and DNA synthesis. The separation of two strands of parent DNA result in the formation of replication fork, means bubble-like structure. The active synthesis of DNA occur in this region. Replication fork move along the parent DNA as a daughter DNA molecule are synthesized. Then enzyme DNA helicase. The DNA helicase enzyme is bind to both the DNA strand at the replication fork. Okay, then helicase move along the DNA helix and separate the two DNA strand from each other, means it break the hydrogen bond between nucleotides. So helicase enzymes are depend on ATP for the energy, so that they can separate the two DNA strand. Then next protein is required in replication is single stranded DNA binding protein, also called SSB protein. This protein also known as DNA helix destabilizing protein. This single stranded DNA binding protein bind only single stranded DNA which are separated by helicase. Means when helicase separate the double stranded DNA into single stranded, then and then only this single stranded DNA binding protein bind to that separated DNA strand, and this protein keep these two strands separated and provide the template for the new DNA synthesis. Also, this single stranded binding protein protect the single stranded DNA from degradation by nucleases enzyme. The synthesis of new DNA strand catalyzed by DNA polymerase 3, which occur in 5' to 3' direction. The presence of 4 deoxyribonucleotides like DATP, DCTP, DGTP and DTTP is essential for elongation of DNA. Synthesis of two new DNA strands simultaneously takes place in opposite direction. One in direction from 5' to 3' direction toward the replication fork, and other is direction 5' to 3' direction only, but it is away from the replication fork and which is in discontinuous manner. Deoxyribonucleotides are added one after another to the 3' end of the growing DNA chain. When this nucleotide added, pyrophosphate is removed with the addition of each nucleotide, because that nucleotide contain deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate. Out of that, one phosphate is attached to the DNA and pyrophosphate is removed. The template DNA strand determine the base sequence of newly synthesized DNA, also called complementary DNA. So here you see this is 5' end and this is 3' end, and this is 3' end and it is 5' end. So DNA polymerase will extend this strand from 5' to 3' direction of newly synthesized. So this is 5'. So here A means T will added. Okay, then here G means complementary C will add on 3' end. Now here there is a G, so C will come and it will link to the 3' end of C here. Likewise, next nucleotide will add and the chain of this DNA will grow on. Then Okazaki fragment. The small fragment of discontinuously synthesized DNA are called Okazaki pieces or Okazaki fragment. These fragments are produced on lagging strand of parent DNA, because on lagging strand there is a discontinuous synthesis of DNA takes place, means short fragment of DNA synthesized. The Okazaki pieces later join to form continuous strand of DNA, and this is done by DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase enzyme, which are responsible for the continuation of this lagging strand Okazaki fragment. Now here we see this is the replication fork. Okay, so when the replication takes place toward the replication fork, this is 3' end and this is 5' end, means primer will bind here 5' to 3' end, means this is the leading strand. One RNA primer will required, so RNA primer will bind to the 3 here. Now it is 3' end and this is 5' end. Now DNA synthesis takes place from 5' to 3' end. So here after RNA primer binding, DNA polymerase 3 will add the nucleotide here and it will continuous here. If this is the leading strand, then this is the lagging strand. So here what will happen, RNA primer will bind at the number of places, because the replication at lagging strand takes place discontinuous manner. So RNA primer will bind at different places. Then DNA polymerase will bind and form the short nucleotide sequence. Okay, now Okazaki fragment like short pieces is formed, and now DNA polymerase 1 will come. It will remove that RNA, this red color pieces RNA, and this gap is again filled by DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase, which will complete the sequence. The proofreading of DNA polymerase 3. The fidelity of replication is most important for existence of organism. Besides its 5' to 3' directed catalytic function of DNA polymerase 3 also have proofreading activity. This DNA polymerase 3 checks the incoming nucleotide and allow only correctly matched bases to add in growing DNA strand. Further, DNA polymerase edit its mistake if any wrong nucleotide added during replication. Then remove that wrongly placed nucleotide and add correctly placed nucleotide. The synthesis of new DNA strand continues till it is close to the proximity to RNA primer in lagging strand. Then DNA polymerase 1 remove the RNA primer and takes its position. Now DNA polymerase 1 catalyzes the DNA synthesis in 5' to 3' direction that replace the RNA primer. Then DNA ligase catalyzes the formation of phosphodiester bond between DNA synthesized by DNA polymerase 3 and DNA produced by DNA polymerase 1. The supercoil and DNA type topoisomerase. As a double helix of DNA separate from one side and replication is taking place, supercoil is formed at other side. The problem of supercoil in DNA replication is solved by DNA topoisomerase. There are two types of DNA topoisomerase. Type 1 DNA topoisomerase cut only single DNA strand to overcome the replication supercoil problem and reseal the strand. Whereas type 2 DNA topoisomerase, also called DNA gyrase, cut both the DNA strand, then relieve from the supercoil and again reseal both the DNA strand. Then replication in eukaryotes. Replication of DNA in eukaryote is closely resembled that of prokaryote with certain difference. First is multiple origin of replication present in eukaryotes because the size of DNA in eukaryote is large. Then 5 distinct DNA polymerases are required in eukaryote. First is DNA polymerase alpha is required for the synthesis of RNA primer for both leading strand and lagging strand. Then DNA polymerase B or beta is required for the repair of DNA similar to DNA polymerase 1 in prokaryotes. Means DNA polymerase 1 do the repairing in prokaryote, same function is done by DNA polymerase beta in eukaryotes. Then DNA polymerase gamma is required for the replication of mitochondrial DNA in eukaryotes. Then DNA polymerase delta is required for the replication of leading strand and proofreading, whereas DNA polymerase epsilon is required for the repairing and remove the primer. So replication is similar to prokaryotes. One is toward the replication fork called leading strand and one is away from the replication fork called lagging strand. So this is leading strand and this is lagging strand. So it will be synthesized in discontinuous manner and this will be synthesized in continuous manner. On leading strand of in eukaryote DNA replication sliding clamp, also called proliferating cell nuclear antigen PCNA and replication factor C, they will form the ring around the DNA to which DNA polymerase delta will bind. Okay, then replication on lagging strand in eukaryote is more complex. The parental DNA are separated by enzyme helicase. Then single-stranded DNA binding protein in eukaryote, that protein called replication factor A protein, okay, which will bind to the single-stranded DNA. Then enzyme primase consist of RNA and helicase. They will form the complex with DNA polymerase alpha. This DNA polymerase alpha is responsible for the synthesis of RNA primer. Then from that Okazaki fragment synthesis will take place. The primase activity of DNA polymerase alpha primase complex produce 10 base pair of RNA primer. Then enzyme activity switch from primase to DNA polymerase alpha. Then that DNA polymerase alpha will add again 20 to 30 deoxyribonucleotide. Then this complex containing DNA polymerase alpha and this RNA primase, it will remove, and then in next step replication factor C, it will bind to that elongated primer containing RNA and DNA. Then this replication factor C will serve as a clamp loading for the assembly of proliferating cell nuclear antigen. Then DNA polymerase delta will bind to that RNA DNA complex and it will elongate the Okazaki fragment up to 150 to 200 base pair. By this elongation, replication complex approaches the RNA primer of previous Okazaki fragment. Then RNA primer removal is carried out by pair of enzyme called RNase H and flap endonuclease. And this gap will be filled by continuous elongation by new Okazaki fragment. The small nick is sealed by DNA ligase. Then inhibitor of DNA replication. Bacterial gyrase is inhibited by antibiotic ciprofloxacin, novobiocin and nalidixic acid. This antibacterial agent don't have any effect on human enzyme of DNA replication. Certain compounds that inhibit the human topoisomerase are used as an anti-cancerous agent. For example, adrenomycin, then etoposide, doxorubicin. Then certain nucleotide analog that inhibit the DNA replication are also used as an anti-cancer drug. For example, 6-mercaptopurine and 5-fluorouracil. Then next is recombination. Recombination is a exchange of genetic information between DNA. So recombination are of two types. One is homologous recombination and another one is non-homologous recombination. First is homologous recombination. The homologous recombination is also called as general recombination or legitimate recombination, which occur between identical or nearly identical DNA sequence. For example, recombination between paternal and maternal DNA. Then next is non-homologous recombination. It is also called illegitimate recombination and it does not require the homologous sequence or identical sequence. For example, transposition, which is the good example of non-homologous recombination. First, homologous recombination. Okay, so this is one DNA strand which is double-stranded and this is another double-stranded DNA. Now there will be the breakage in one strand of two DNA will take place. Then overlapping or crossing of DNA strand will take place. When crossing will take place, it will cut either vertical or horizontal. If it is cut vertically, then homologous recombination will take place. If it is cut horizontally, heteroduplex will form, but there will be no recombination, very less recombination will take place. Then non-homologous recombination, it takes place by transposition. The transposition means movement of specific piece of DNA in genome. The mobile segment of DNA, there are some sequence in DNA which will be replicated, short sequence will get replicated, and that DNA, newly replicated DNA, will move from one place to another in DNA. Such DNA are called transposons or transposable element. These transposons first discovered by Barbara McClintock. There are two modes of transposition. One involves the RNA intermediate, means DNA will be transcribed into RNA. That RNA will convert it into complementary DNA, and that DNA, complementary DNA, will link to another position of DNA. And in second type of transposition, as it is replication of DNA will take place, small transposons will produce DNA transposons, and that transposons will move from one place to another. Now here it is, see, this is the target DNA. Okay, now it get digested or cutted. Now intermediate DNA or transposable element came and bind here. Now this is get again sealed by DNA polymerase, but the sequence has been changed because here transposable element has linked, and now the sequence will be the same, but at in between here the sequence will be different. Next is retrotransposons, which involve RNA. So from DNA, by reverse transcript, here RNA is synthesized. From RNA again reverse transcription is takes place from the cDNA, and this cDNA is get inserted into another place. Means this type of RNA intermediate transposons called retrotransposons. Then damage and repair of DNA. The accuracy of replication is extremely high, but replication error occur. Besides the replication error, DNA is constantly subject to attack by physical and chemical agents which damage the nucleotide or bases. This damage include radiation, free radical, and chemical. This radiation or chemical cause the damage, like they are responsible for the single base alteration in DNA. For example, deamination of cytosine to uracil and adenine to hypoxanthine. Also depurination and base alkylation also takes place. Then sometimes two bases changes can take place. For example, ultraviolet light, if exposed to DNA, it induces the pyrimidine dimer formation. Then sometimes chain break in DNA can take place due to oxidative free radical. Then cross linkage can be takes place between bases in the same or opposite strand, or between DNA and protein molecule. This changes in or damage to the DNA leads to the mutation. Mutation is referred to the change in the DNA structure of gene. The substance or chemical which can induce the mutation are called mutagen. Now here you see the wild gene. The sequence of wild gene is CGA-CTG. Then complementary sequence C to G, G to C, A to T, G, C to G, T to A, and G to C. If there is a transition is takes place, means replacement of purine by pyrimidine is called transition mutation. Means here adenine and guanine, these are the purine nucleotide which are replaced by guanine and cytosine by pyrimidine. Okay, then transversion. So thymine, here adenine, it is a purine, and thymine is also purine. So if purine is replaced by purine, adenine is also purine and thymine is by purine. If purine is replaced by purine, then this type of mutation is called transversion mutation. Then insertion mutation means sometimes any nucleotide or base is added into the DNA. Or deletion mutation means one pair of nucleotide will be removed, called deletion mutation. Then this mutation are repaired by mechanism. So first mechanism is base excision repair. So if damage to the single base of DNA is takes place due to spontaneous alteration or by chemical or radiation means, so first that base will be removed by N-beta glycosylase enzyme. Then that sugar will be removed and new base will add. If short sequence of nucleotide is get damaged, then that damaged segment of DNA will be removed, and then that DNA segment will be replaced by new DNA segment. Then mismatch repair. If any during replication, if copying error is takes place or mismatch base will add, that strand will be removed by exonuclease digestion, and then that strand will be replaced by replication by DNA polymerase 1. Then stubble strand break repair. The damage caused by ionizing radiation, free radicals or chemotherapy. First, that DNA will get unwind, then that DNA will get cut from both the sides, then ligation of new synthesized DNA will be takes place.